Spirit of Detroit statue. Now, in this city, which has had so many great teams, particularly in the NHL and the NBA and the Panthers and the Tigers, sometimes that statue has a jersey on it, depending on how big the game is coming up. Maybe a classic with the original jersey on that statue. On January 1. Meantime, Johnson first down, throws a slant hit immediately by Hendricks. Short gain by Sean Joplin.
I don't know if he got the first down.
Boy, that is really close. It was third and a couple. And looking at the official on the far side, he's got a closed fist, which indicates fourth down.
Yeah, that's a good spot because it didn't look like Joplin got past the 29, maybe 29 and a half before he was hit and stopped and knocked backwards immediately by Hendricks. And right there you see Hendricks comes up and stops the progress immediately, and Bowling Green's forced to punt this one away.
Yeah, no question on the spot.
Although Adam Shire, the interim head coach here, is also the special teams coach. Maybe he's got a fake dialed up for this whole game.
And the whistle is only to reset a clock. It is not for any kind of booth stoppage. First time that Smidbush punted, it was 60 yards. Got Tyler Boyd back deep to return. No fake. And this is another one. The left foot just crushed. Boyd back to the 10. Ooh, takes a hit inside the 10. Down to the 6-yard line and getting up talking trash. Big hit that time. Ronnie Moore, wide receiver, not a big man, but on a big hit.
Let's say you're undecided about which truck to buy. Just for kicks, here's a little research project. Pick a work site, any work site, and look over the fence. Ta-da! Your next truck. Ford F-150. The truck that's #1 in the hardest working industries. Maybe because it's got the power and the fuel economy of an EcoBoost engine. It doesn't matter what they're doing on the other side of that fence. More guys count on F-150 than any other truck. Shovels down. This is the Ford F-150.
Sir?
I'll get it together. I promise.
Ronnie, how happy are folks who save hundreds of dollars switching to Geico?
I'd say happier than the Pillsbury Doughboy on his way to a baking convention.
Get happy. Get Geico. 15 minutes could save you 50% or more. Elite quarterbacks Braxton Miller and Taj Boyd duel in a matchup of high-powered offenses. The Discover Orange Bowl, Clemson, Ohio State. Coverage begins January 3rd at 8 on ESPN.
There's a new way to buy a car. It's called TrueCar. And TrueCar users save time and money. So when you're ready to buy a car, make sure you never overpay. Visit TrueCar.com today.
What's the matter, George?
Forgot to renew my car insurance.
Yeah, about a year ago.
Well, now I can't find a decent rate.
Sounds like George has the auto insurance blues.
Here, get a quote from the gentleman. Their down payment and monthly payments are low, and they got special discounts to save money.
Get an anonymous free quote now. For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
Help us help those in need. Bring in a code to Burlington, get 10% off our everyday low prices.
Welcome back to the Little Caesars Pizza Bowl here at Ford Field. I'm standing with the future Falcons head coach and Coach Dean Hope. Coach, first and foremost, congratulations on the hire. In your first press, you said be special, be different, be Bowling Green. What attracted you to the position and the program?
Well, when you look at the winning tradition that's gone on in that program, starting with Dory Perry and all the great coaches in the state of Ohio, some of them still in the state of Ohio, we don't have to name who. When you have an opportunity to coach at a program like that, it's just very hard to turn down, Nikki.
What's first on the docket for you, Coach? What's the first thing you're going to do?
Get to know the players. I want to sit with every single player, make sure that they understand where I'm going to come from. I want to hear their views on things they thought were good and bad in the program, and together we'll make a mix and find out what we can end up with coming out next year.
All right, Coach, you're going to have to put on your coaching hat for me right here. Your team is down 4 points.
was happening while he was talking because Tyler Boyd got loose, and after one missed tackle, he turned this into a 46-yard gain.
Yeah, this is another really nice throw from Savage. I mean, that's a tight spiral on the money on the outside. The coverage too loose, and then Boyd's able to shake that one man and then get it up past midfield. And I like the play selection. Pitt, going with a passing play back in the shadow of their own goal post. That's a good decision.
They leave Connor in the tailback position. He gets the carry. Sweet little double stick that was. And he's out of bounds. He could have been caught in the backfield. Instead, he picks up 6.
He just did the Charleston there, Dave.
Cameron Truss had a shot at him, and then he wasn't there anymore.
Watch the fancy footwork here by the big man right there. Little sidestep, little karaoke is actually what it was. And gets the stiff arm on, and it still didn't get him to the ground. That's some pretty nice feet for the big 6'2", 230-pound freshman.
6 carries and 45 yards, 2nd and 4. Staying with a hot back, and he's got some holes. He'll be short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down, and really less than a yard to go. Looks like Paul Swan in there on the stop for Bowling Green on the Cowboys, number 33.
I'm impressed with the way this makeshift offensive line for the Pitt Panthers has played thus far here so far tonight. David, they, as you mentioned, just have 6 guys up for the ball game, 2 starters out, and to shuffle guys around, and yet they're doing a great job of pushing people out of the way, and then the backs are finishing runs.
Connor straight up. You look at the top of your screen, the official says he didn't make it. It's 4th down. Big hit by DJ Lynch.
Yeah, it was DJ Lynch who stepped in and hits it over the top. A good penetration and pushback by the initial charge, and then Gates and Lynch, they meet Connors face to face and force him to go backwards.
And on 4th down, and not even a full yard, Pitt will leave the offense out there. They're taking a long time to get the play signaled in. Already 13 on the play clock.
Yeah, they might end up having to take a timeout here as they're down at under 10.
Well, you don't often see because the spread type offenses is a quarterback sneak, and they had the first down on the sneak, but there's a flag now.
And there was still 1 second left on the play clock before that.
Timeout, Bowling Green. That is their first timeout of the first half.
So the
This
flag
will be a media timeout.
will be picked up, and it will be Bowling Green trying to figure out what they want to do defensively as Pitt needs less than a yard to keep the drive alive here. Panthers trying to finish the season with a winning record.
Hey, you guys hear about Little Caesars? They have pepperoni pizzas for $5. Hot and ready to go.
Hot and Ready Caesar Wings with your large $5 Hot and Ready pizza tonight. Pizza.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of production. That's the sound of Americans working.
That means I'm working, and I love my job.
Do you see that? It's proof that people care as much about buying American products as I do.
With the purchase of a new union-made vehicle, you help keep us all.
We are proof that buying great UAW-made products from Chrysler, Ford, and General Motors makes a difference to our economy.
And we thank you, and our families thank you.
This is the Quicksilver Cashback card from Capital One. It's not the juggle a bunch of rotating categories card. It's not the sign up for rewards each quarter card. It's the no games, no messing around, no earning limit having. Do I look like I'm joking? Turbo boosting heavyweight champion of the world! Cashback card. This is the Quicksilver Cashback card from Capital One. Unlimited 1.5% cash back on every purchase, everywhere, every single day. Now tell me, what's in your wallet?
Don't let lousy finger foods and snacks ruin your party. Have the experts at O'Hare Party Repair replace those faulty finger foods with snacks guaranteed to make your guests happy. Our party technicians are certified toast fajita scoops installers. These chips have red peppers you can actually see. No wonder they taste like fajitas. We'll even install a jar of new delicious and cheesy queso blanco dip. Plus a speaker dancer. Absolutely free. Call
drive-by Matmore party. Bring the party.
The 2013 Little Caesars Bowl is brought to you by your next truck, Ford F-150. The Quicksilver card from Capital One. Earn 1.5% cash back on every purchase. And Tostitos chips and dips. Bring the party.
Well, when you're away from home on Christmas, getting ready for your bowl game, you got to find some fun. And you saw some of the Christmas dinners. And that last picture there, Bowling Green's defensive line sang the 12 Days of Christmas. And they were the top skit presented at the Bowling Green dinner. Meantime, Pitt was visited by the most buff Santa Claus I've ever seen. 4th down and less than a yard to go for the Panthers.
I'm Savage. I'm going to sneak it again.
He does.
I think he got it just a push.
Yeah, I always look for that official coming in from top, and he appears to push it past the 4th down mark. Should be a 1st down. It is.
The penetration, or the push, I should say, from the offensive line, starting with Artie Roll, the center. He stalemates Jairus Campbell, and then he slides off to the side behind his left guard, getting the push behind Schleeper, the 5th-year senior, and that just enough to get the 1st down.
So Paul Christ getting some good blocking from his understaffed offensive line. They keep Connor into the tailback. Power formation. Connor plays off the block. He has got really quick feet, and he's also got a 1st down to the 20-yard line. Boo Boo Gates ran him out of bounds. And once again, Connor made the first man miss. That's all he had to do.
Yeah, he did, and the great vision that he has. Watch him, I mean, this is supposed to go up the middle, but he sees he's got the edge as Brian Sutton is being engaged with one of the extra blockers. As right now, Pitt's going with a tight end and 2 fullbacks in their offense, and they're just pushing Bowling Green off the ball. They're challenging them, saying, hey, you can put 8 in the box, 9 in the box, it doesn't matter. We're going to out-physical you, and so far they're doing that.
People from Wisconsin or maybe watching this game who remember Paul Christ as the offensive coordinator there. They recognize this style of ball. Savage play action fake under a lot of pressure. Lobs it up for Holtz and he makes the catch at the 7-yard line. The tight end J.P. Holtz.
This is a great play call. Play action, you're going to take the tight end right there and he's going to sneak across the set. And you see he's already got a step on the defender, and then a nice touch throw. He lays it out perfectly, and Rylan Ward, who had the coverage, just couldn't make up the ground and get to where the ball was, and Holtz reels it in. But an outstanding play call from Coach Christ.
And Savage moving up the list tonight. He passed Dan Marino and Alex Van Pelt already this evening. And you know what? Tyler Palko for single-season yards may be next. They go back to Connor, and he'll get just a yard on that play. It'll be 2nd down and goal. Good job that time by the middle of the defense, allowing DJ Lynch, number 7 of the gray and orange, to make the stop.
You know, Paul Christ calls his own plays and still does, I think, does a great job with it in terms of the timing of when do you throw that play action. Because if you can run the football with a power game like they've been able to do, you're going to have opportunities in play action. And that call, that last one, sneaking the tight end across, that was a beauty.
9th play of the drive, a drive that began at Pitt's 8-yard line following the good special teams coverage by the Falcons. Play action. Savage. Open. Boyd. An incredible catch, but it's just out of bounds.
And that's when I thought Savage could have put a little more heat on the throw. Didn't have to lay that one up. There wasn't really anyone in the way as far as an underneath receiver that he had to throw it up for. And he basically ran out of time. I mean, here's the look at it. You see he's got possession, but the arm comes out of bounds before the foot hits down.
What a shame.
But he laid that thing up a little too much, Dave. That's one where, and he has the arm strength to do it. He zips a bullet on there and sticks it on his chest, and that's going to be a touchdown.
Now Boyd was briefly uncovered. Also Dantes Ford is next to him, number 32. To the right of Boyd is the top of the screen. Savage looks right, looks left, in trouble, avoids it, and can't run away from everybody. Brought down to the 8-yard line, sacked by Ted Ouellette. And 10.5 career sacks for the senior from Sherburne, Mass.
Bowling Green brings in the blitz again. They've got a specialty defense in there, just 3 defensive linemen. The rest linebackers up front. He circles around at the end, but it was the pressure up on the edges from the blitzing linebackers. and forced Savage to tuck it away and run with it.
So here's Chris Blewett, freshman from Alexandria, Virginia, just outside of D.C. Used to be from 25 yards out. And he's now 12 out of 15 on the year. So a good drive by Pitt. Their run game was working well, mixed in with some very effective Tom Savage passes. Now Bowling Green and Matt Johnson, their offense, must respond.
I wish I had a drum roll for this.
People everywhere can't stop talking about Grudge Match.
On Twitter, hashtag Grudgeman Day. Just use your social media app. All right, you guys got it.
Critics are calling it.
Boom, boom, boom.
Audiences love it.
Bang, bang, bang. They loved it. I loved it. Did I tell you I loved it? Because I really did.
Grudge Match is a holiday treat.
This is huge, guys.
Grudge Match.
Well, lick me all over till I shine like a trout.
Huh?
Rated PG-13. Now playing.
Independence.
Intelligence. Relentless innovation.
Seiko creates progressive designs. Solar.
Kinetic.
Progressing the inspiration.
That connects our Seiko nation. Progress to Seiko.
We sleep in our van every night, but we don't want them to know that. Nothing like a good haircut to make you feel like a rock star.
We just enhance your awesome style.
I really love what you did with my hair.
Supercuts rock the cut.
There's a new way to buy a car. It's called TrueCar. And TrueCar users save time and money. So when you're ready to buy a car, make sure you never overpay. Visit TrueCar.com today.
Hi, we need insurance on a new car, but my husband's driving record isn't the best. Can the General help us get the insurance we need?
No problem. The General has low rates, low monthly payments, a choice of payment date, and special discounts to save you money. And our customer satisfaction rating is 97%.
This is perfect. Thanks.
Get an anonymous free quote now. For a great low rate you can get online, go to the General and save some time.
Help us help those in need. Bring in a code to Burlington, get 10% off our everyday low prices.
There's your scoring time. Little Caesars Pizza Bowl. Almost midway through the second quarter here at beautiful Ford Field in downtown Detroit. As Capital One Bowl week continues Friday with a triple header on ESPN. First at 2:30, the Military Bowl presented by Northrop Grumman, featuring Marshall and Maryland. And at 6, Syracuse versus Minnesota in the Texas Bowl. And at 9:30, BYU and Washington in the Fight Hunger Bowl. Capital One Bowl week continues Friday at 2:30 on ESPN and, of course, live on Watch ESPN. Pitt on that last drive, 11 plays, 85 yards, burned 5 minutes and 23. That Savage 45-yard pass to Boyd, and it was the big play there right when we were talking to the future coach, Dino Babers.
And Pitt's running the ball extremely well inside between the tackles, Dave. And that, when I watched them on film, they were actually better running it outside. But tonight, they've been able to run straight at this Bowling Green defense and basically overpower them thus far.
Blewett will handle the kickoff. Ronnie Moore, who's made one incredible hit on special teams, standing at the goal line, waiting for his chance. At the 5. And Moore's got some feet. Brought down by a super hit at the 22-yard line. Hit made by Manasseh Gardner. Well, about a month ago in the MAC championship in this facility, Matt Johnson had a day you'll never forget. 5 touchdown passes. Won the MAC championship, knocked Northern Illinois out of any BCS hopes. And a day that meant a lot to a guy who was told by some schools, you're too small.
He really played well in that game, Dave. Great decisions that he made. You saw the last touchdown pass there, the forward flip to Travis Green. That's just a playmaker at quarterback, and that's kind of how I categorize Matt Johnson. Not overwhelming physically or a big strong arm, none of those things. He makes great decisions and he just makes plays.
He's going to have to make one here with Mendenball chasing him, and Mendenball sacked him. Ball came out at the end, but I believe he's going to be marked down. That's a 3rd sack by Pitt, and it'll be second down and about 13 coming up.
And this is just a reaction by Mendenball. He's the safety right here. And he sees what's happening and gets to the outside. He does what they call a trigger technique, where if that guy breaks contain, you trigger from your position, come up, and you have to contain him yourself. And Vinipal did that and finished it with a sack.
Aaron Donald doesn't have a sack tonight, Ray. Pitt has 3. How much of that is because Bowling Green is paying such attention to
I
Donald?
think it's definitely a large part of it. Not taking anything away from those guys that made the plays.
The 13 following the miss to Heath Jackson.
But in watching, and I tried not to, I try to have discipline, but I like to watch Aaron Donald every snap because he's that good. He's that fun to watch. But he gets double teamed. He's been double teamed just about every snap thus far. Now, they've moved him around a little bit. Pitt's playing a 3-man front right now, and they have him at defensive end on the left side.
Bowling Green 2 out of 5 on 3rd down. This time, no more time. Racing in from the edge. Nicholas Grigsby with a 4th Pitt sack. Just when it looked like Johnson had all day, Grigsby slammed the window on his fingers.
Well, here's Donald right here, and you're going to watch, he's going to get double teamed. And then you're going to get the loop around, all the way around the edge, and there's nobody home because they got 3 guys on Aaron Donald. And again, I don't blame them, but that just opens it up for other guys to make plays, and it's on them to do it, and Grigsby did right there.
So if you check your stats after the game tonight, you don't see very many tackles for Aaron Donald. You're getting a good idea why, but it's allowing other guys to make plays. Here's Boyd with a chance to maybe get this into Bowling Green territory. Takes a step back, he will. He has a chance to do a lot more than that. Boyd has a chance to score. He gets by the punter, and he will score.
Tightrope at the end.
Boy, he made it close at the end, but the official calls that a touchdown for Pitt. And that is the first punt return for this team for a touchdown since Darrell Rivas 7 years ago.
2006. Watch what he does. He backs up first and then comes forward. And what I like about it is he came straight ahead. When you get in trouble returning kicks is when you go side to side. But to back up a little bit, let that coverage overrun it, and then stick it straight up in between guys, that's the hardest thing to defend and to stop. You tend to overrun the thing a little bit. When a guy's running straight at you, your timing is off a little bit.
54-yard return following the 46-yard punt. The interim coach, Adam Shire, is the special teams coach, and he's got to be just baffled as to why Tyler Boyd made everybody miss and then ever so carefully walked the tightrope for the TD.
Here's your hot and ready pizza.
No calling or waiting? High 85.
20, 40, 60, 85. Get a hot and ready pepperoni pizza for $5 or a deep dish rate only at Little Caesars.
Pizza. This is the comfort of full-grain Napa leather. This is a fully equipped, crafted interior. This keeps you up to date with everything and everyone. This is 9 gears that give you 31 miles per gallon highway. This is the freedom to keep chasing all the horizons you want. Introducing the all-new 2014 Jeep Cherokee.
Well-qualified lessees can lease the all-new 2014 Jeep Cherokee Sport for $259 a month.
BNY Mellon combines investment management and investment servicing, giving us unique insights, which help us attract the industry's brightest minds, who create powerful strategies for a country's investments, which are used to build new schools, to build more bright minds. Invested in the world. BNY Mellon.
When he first joined the Army, I was very nervous.
We didn't know what they would have him doing. But we always had a plan.
With unmatched training in over 150 careers beyond the battlefield, there are over 150 surprising ways to become Army strong. Talk to your son or daughter about opportunities in the Army.
I love that show. How many episodes behind are you guys?
Ninja skin.
We're all caught up.
We actually watched the whole season last night.
Entire seasons on your schedule. HuluPlus.com.
On the right here, Tyler Boyd, number 23. There's the big men right now for Pitt. Both have scored touchdowns. Connor on a 15-yard run, and Boyd on a spectacular 54-yard punt return. Two of the nation's most physical teams collide in the granddaddy of them all. The Big Ten champion Spartans, led by quarterback Connor Cook, eye their first Rose Bowl win since 1988. Tyler Gaffney and the Cardinals seek their second straight Rose Bowl championship. The 100th Rose Bowl game presented by Vizio. Number 5 Stanford, number 4 Michigan State. Of course, it's New Year's Day. Coverage begins at 4:30 Eastern on ESPN. Boy, that'll be fun.
And Connor Cook has come such a long way with the Michigan State Spartans. He got benched in their only loss against Notre Dame late in that ball game and didn't get to finish the game. And then he started the next week. They decided to go with him. He has gradually improved throughout to the point where he was second team all Big Ten at quarterback.
To the goal line. And that's Boo Boo Gates. We were told he might not run back kicks tonight, but he did there, picking up 33 yards. Now let's review the Bowling Green story just a little bit. Gentleman right there on the left, Warren Ruggiero, the offensive coordinator. He's the one with the glasses. He's on his way to Wake Forest. Next to him, Mike Elko, the defensive coordinator. He too is on his way to Wake Forest. When we talked to them, Ray, they had just rejoined the Bowling Green team. This was about 9-10 days ago, after being on the road recruiting. So they've been working for two staffs, working for Dave Clawson at Wake and working here for Adam Shire, who doesn't know his future either after the game, or if he does, he's keeping it quiet. So my question is, do you think there's been a little bit of a hangover effect here?
Definitely. I mean, how could you not have it affect the players to some extent? You know, Dave Clawson was the big part of what they did here in terms of making decisions, but setting the tone for the football team. And not to take away anything from Adam Shire and the job that he's done with his team in the interim, but to lose a guy like Dave Clawson impacts things across the board. And, you know, it's tough enough doing one coaching job. To do two, that spreads you a little too thin. And so I'm not seeing anything in terms of anything blatant that Bowling Green isn't prepared, but they seem to be missing the fire that I saw them play with when they knocked off Northern Illinois in the MAC title.
And Travis Green brought down a big one thing. Pitt has been sure-handed tacklers tonight. Anthony Gonzalez, number 28, brings down Green. He's about 6 yards short of the first down. We have an injured Bowling Green Falcon on the field. Let's talk to Nicky Noto just for a moment while we identify the player.
Yeah, just to kind of follow up with what you guys were already saying about Coach Shire and the coordinators. They came into the Bowling Green program 5 years ago, and they knew that they had a monumental task ahead of them to rebuild the program. But they presented that message to the recruits, to their parents, and they are seeing that plan develop before their very eyes. And, you know, in 2010, the Falcons, they had 2 wins. The next year, 5, then 8, now 10, including a MAC championship. And, you know, when I was talking to Coach Shire, he said that these guys, it has been exciting and humbling to watch them this season. He said, you know, they have to close out the season with a win because the players absolutely deserve it.
Well, they've got a lot of work to do, Nicky, to catch up. And Travis Green is able to walk off under his own power, thankfully. 3rd down and 6. Pressure from the edge again, and Johnson just doesn't know where to go. That pressure came once again from Nicholas Grigsby, number 3. Now Donald jaw-jacking with one of the Bowling Green, and they're pushing each other lightly, and the officials now throw a flag from a long way away. And I don't know which player is going to be hit with a foul. This could be gigantic, because if it's on Donald, it's going to wipe out this good defensive play.
You see the coverage across the board. There was nowhere for Matt Johnson to go with the football. And that's been the case several times tonight. Pitt's just locking kids up.
That's Adam Shire trying to, it's like he's getting a piece of Alex Huddle, his right guard. Let's see how they rule this, because really nothing blatant was going on. Maybe something was said.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 97 of the defense. That is a 15-yard penalty that carries an automatic first down.
Well, that's a mistake by Donald. They have it 4th and 13.
There it is, just a little push to the face mask.
So that's going to cost him back to the 45-yard line, or forward, I should say, to the 45-yard line. Bowling Green for Bowling Green as Rigsby's on the sideline.
Donald, he's probably frustrated because he hasn't been able to make plays as of yet. He's getting double team, triple team.
He's setting everybody else up because of all that. And there he gets a piece and almost got a face mask. And now he throws a little bit of a hand. Yep, that's the center, the man they call the chief. David Kikuyaiba. Ava, I should say. And second down and 9 coming up. And now the coaches appear to be either yelling at Donald or just trying to get their assignment straightened out.
Yeah, I'm going to get him out of the game if I'm coaching and have a little talk with him. Settle down, back to playing football.
On second and 9. Incomplete pass. Third down and 9 coming up.
Did Donald get a hand on that one?
I think he did. And the other hand, Ray, I'm sure there might have been moments in your career that you played with a little bit of an extra hot temper.
Well, you got to know where that line is, Dave, and you got to be on that line, right up against it, but you can't cross over.
That's the penalty on Donald. It allowed Bowling Green to keep this drive alive. But facing third and 9. This is definitely an angry Pitt defense. Fred Coppin is now in at running back while Travis Green being tended to. Johnson. Deep down the field. There's his man. It's a first down. Catch made by Ryan Burbrink. And the impact of that Donald penalty may be felt after all.
And that's what happens. All of a sudden, you wake up the sleeping giant. Now watch the rollout here. This is a tremendous, go ahead and let this roll, guys. A tremendously athletic play by Matt Johnson because his feet aren't right when he throws this thing, but yet he throws a dime on target, hits Burbrink between the 1 and the 7 on the run. That's a great football play.
And Donald is out of the game now. Play action dumps off to the tight end. That's Alex Mayer, one of the team captains of the senior. He's ridden out of bounds. About a 4, maybe 5-yard pickup. Anthony Gonzalez with another tackle for the Panthers. 3:24 and counting, 17-3. Pitt over Bowling Green at the Little Caesars Pizza Bowl. Bowling Green hasn't won a bowl game since 2004. And the Panthers are not in Birmingham for the first time in 4 years. They've been to 3 straight bowls there at the old Gray Lady on Greymont.
Starting to get something cooking on offense, though. And I think they're going to have to do it through the air.
Johnson, I don't know if he thought about a quarterback draw, but do you think Benapal is spying him? Because he seems to be a lot of places where Johnson is right now. Number 9 for Pitt.
Yeah, Benapal will do that on some defenses. Otherwise, they got him playing in the middle. And that's kind of where the quarterback is scrambled and come out of there. So he showed up, or shown up, in a lot of cases thus far.
3 and 4. As a whole, boy, that close fast, and that looks like Benapal again. It is. Along with Hendricks, these are safeties making tackles almost at the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 4th and about a yard.
Watch the center, the chief. He's going to pull on this thing, and Bowling Green does a lot with that. They pull their center around to the outside more than any team I've seen. And the chief does a great job. He's actually the guy who makes those calls and then executes them, and he does a great job of it. Here they are, 4th and short.
About a full yard to go here. Johnson rolling out, deep drop, throws, he's got his man, that's the tight end Bayer. Bayer to the 15, he's got an opening, and a touchdown!
A gutsy call, a really nice call. As Pitt brought a blitz, and that means man-to-man coverage, and Bear will generally beat guys in man-to-man type coverage, and he had Todd Thomas, the linebacker, who drew that assignment, and that's tough, because you're playing run first, obviously, in a situation like that. Then they're having a little delayed release by the tight end on a bootleg look. Gutsy call by Warren Ruggiero, the offensive coordinator for Bowling Green, but it pays off.
10 plays, 67 yards. And don't forget, for a brief moment, it was 4th and 13 until Aaron Donald was flagged for hands to the face after a play. And Bowling Green hits on a big 3rd and 9 and a 4th and 1 to keep this drive going and get the 6.
Here's your tight end right there. He's going to initially block, come down like he's blocking, and then late release. And you see he just gets the edge on the linebacker, Todd Thomas, who had the coverage. And then the receivers downfield transition into blockers, and Bayer wins his way downfield and finds the end zone. And you're right, Dave, the Aaron Donald penalty kind of woke up this Bowling Green football team. Nikki?
Spoke with fifth-year senior tight end Alex Bayer. He's a part of that group that only won 2 games in that 2010 season. He said that since then, in their meeting rooms, they have installed goals that are displayed for everyone to see. Number 1, graduate, which Alex did a few weeks ago in education, and plans to get his master's. Number 2, beat the team up north, a.k.a. Toledo. Number 3, win the MAC East. Number 4, win the MAC championship. And number 5, beat a BCS school. That number 5 goal, you guys, beating a BCS team, has been sitting there continuing to stare them in the face. Alex said that back in October when they almost beat Mississippi State, the seniors thought that was it, that was their last chance. He said it'd be icing on the cake to beat this Pitt football team.
Yeah, they darn near took down the Bulldogs. That kick is going to stay in bounds for the touchback as we go to the studio on Robert Flores. Robert?
All right, guys, coming up at the half, I'll be joined by Jesse Palmer. We'll talk about the major loss for Michigan State as they get ready for the Rose Bowl. There's a new quarterback for the Michigan Wolverines that will be playing tomorrow night in their bowl game against Kansas State. Plus, we will have Jordan Lynch, a preview of his collegiate finale. That's in the second half of our doubleheader of college football action on ESPN. Guys?
All right, here's Tom Savage. Pitt has all 3 of their timeouts. Aaron Donald, I'm not sure what's on the other end of that conversation, but I haven't seen Donald say anything other than hello.
He's listening.
All right, what do you do here if you're Pitt? You've got your timeouts. Savage. And he just take a short gain to Boyd, gain of 4, stayed in bounds. It'll be 2nd and 6. Coverage by Aaron Foster.
Yeah, I think with this type of field position, Dave, you kind of maybe stick a big toe in the water. You don't dive in just yet. But if they're able to convert here, then you got a little room. Now you can try and at least get down into field goal position.
And it's Bennett. He's been well rested. Hasn't played much in this game. Only picked up a couple. Here's Truss on the tackle. And we're going to have a whistle and a timeout by Bowling Green. That'll leave them with 1. Whoa, Truss.
Timeout, Bowling Green. That is their second timeout of the first half. This will be a 30-second timeout.
That's a good decision by Coach Shire to use that timeout. Being a 3rd down here, have a chance to get the football back.
And also, we've been reminded, we have officials everywhere. We have a text here from our friend Rogers Redding. I'll tell you about it in a moment, but keep an eye here. Truss, oh yeah. Yeah, you can see what happened. He took a knee right on the emblem on the right side of his helmet. Reminded by Rogers Redding, who's our friend, who's in charge of the officials. And keeps an eye on things for us, as well as Dick Honig, who's here with us here, that if Aaron Donald gets another unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, he's done. He's finished for the game. So we'll keep an eye out for that.
Well, he's lucky he didn't get one on a subsequent play to the one he did, because he threw another punch there on that play.
Pressure, but Savage hangs in. And Boyd made that catch. He was being pulled by the DB, and he made the grab at the 40-yard line of Bowling Green.
Boy, they were tussling. I don't know who you call this on. Boyd's right there in the slot, and you're going to see the coverage by Aji Barima, and they're battling back and forth. But great job of Boyd staying with the concentration and coming up with the football.
That is remarkable. Boyd already tonight, 7 catches for 111 yards. And now from the 40-yard line. And Blewett is a range of about 47. That's his longest on the year. So they got to get another first down. There you see Cameron Truss, who might be just a touch wobbly. You can always tell when one of the trainers sort of hangs on to your arm just a little bit to make sure you go in the right direction. Of course, this being an NFL facility, you're going to get top medical treatment available here. pressure again. Savage, he just dumped that one. Bennett was the closest receiver to it. Unblocked up the middle was Brian Thomas. And got in a shot at Savage, and now Savage is having a tough time.
Yeah, and this is just a three-man rush from Bowling Green. And what it was is Brian Thomas just beat Hollins with an inside move. Watch the right side of your screen right there. And it was one-on-one, no help. And you have to stop a guy a little bit better than that. Hollins knows that.
Clean hit, no flag for the official. 2nd down and 10. This time they block better. Savage has the middle. Woo. Tough hit on Vanessa Garner. Smacked down by Ryland Ward. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Boy, Garner needs to, this one was thrown perfectly. And it's really the first time they've thrown down the middle of the field all night. But it's a strike. It's right there. But he just doesn't bring it in. And then Ward makes the hit. And when he tries to grab it the 2nd and 3rd time, he ends up upside down. He should have grabbed that one on the first shot that he had.
39 seconds remaining, 3rd down and 10. Pitt with 2 timeouts, and Bowling Green has 1.
Bowling Green looks like they're going to bring the pressure, and they do.
Right up the middle, it's picked up enough for Savage to heave it high in the air, and harmlessly falling incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 10. Dantes Ford was the intended receiver. Savage is going to be really happy it's halftime, coming up in 33 seconds.
And Savage has been hit back-to-back plays. This time it was the blitz, and it was Swan who came in. And it's not that big of a hit, but he threw him right on his throwing shoulder. See, he's a little bit of pain after that.
Yeah, that last one really got him. I think he was still a little bit sore. Probably had to be from the first hit, which seemed to bother his midsection. So Yaklik on to punt. Ryan Burbrink's hanging around the 10-yard line, awaits the return.
Bowling Green didn't have enough guys
Time
on
out.
the field.
Bowling Green, that is their 3rd and final timeout of the first half.
Wow, that's a huge mistake that time, because you have, if you get anything out of Burbrink, or maybe a touchback on the kick, you might be able to take a shot with 1 timeout.
And they had a gunner wide open on the outside. And Coach Scheuer saw that and said, we don't have enough guys, and had to use the timeout to get things straightened out.
Once you get close to all the action wherever you are with the new SportsCenter app, blazing fast scores, the hottest news and highlights, analysis, and access to your favorite SportsCenter talent 24/7 via Twitter. You can download the new SportsCenter app by calling **SC from your phone. Matt Johnson, give me that mouthpiece. A workover. Good punt. Oh, it's saved at the 1-yard line. So I've got to think we'll see Bowling Green take a passive approach on their final possession. That was Trenton Coles, number 27, downing that ball at the 1-yard line with 22 seconds to go.
You can't be too passive. If Bowling Green's, when they saw that, obviously, go a little play action out of there. You might be able to sting somebody.
Want to try that?
I would. You know,
it's a bowl game. Right, it's a bowl game, and you already won your conference championship. You are trying to win a bowl game for the first time in 9 years. And Savage is going to leave a little early for some treatment. And holding that right arm close to the body. Hopefully we'll be able to see him. Be a significant milestone. And now in the top 5 in single-season passing yards for this well-traveled quarterback. A lot of motion that time. They go to Green. And he got flipped. Hendricks got him low. And Todd Thomas got him high. Number 8 there, Thomas. And that will do the half.